They came in heavy, the Juggernuts, armed to the teeth, full of fire, moving like a wall of steel and muscle and certainty. Hunters in every sense of the word. They announced themselves, boots slamming, guns clanking, rage echoing off the walls. They weren't hiding. They never do. Because the Juggernuts don't hunt with silence. They hunt with force. And they believe they are the ones in control. But this time, they're not. Because this time, the psychos are listening. They're already in the trees, on the walls, in the dark. They knew the Juggernuts were coming, and they didn't run. They smiled. Because chaos doesn't fear noise. Madness doesn't blink at power. The Juggernuts may have arrived as hunters, loud, dominant, certain. But every second they stomped forward, every breath they took in confidence, they were stepping deeper into someone else's domain, a place where sound betrays you, where confidence becomes a trap, and where the real predators don't chase. They wait. Now the forest has gone quiet again, but it's not peace. It's stillness. That sharp, breathless moment before something breaks. And somewhere, the psychos are crouched in that stillness, smiling in the dark, watching the big red machine lumber forward into jaws it doesn't even know are open. The Juggernuts have come in thinking they were the threat, but in this fog, in this silence, with eyes watching from every shadow, the hunters have become the hunted. And the psychos, they're hungry.
All right. It's another night of Frog Giggers Anonymous Season 2. The season is halfway through, and now is when we will find out what these teams are really made of. For the Psychos, this one kind of feels like it's a breaking point. They've yet to win a single map all season. Confidence must be low, and the pressure is definitely high. And standing across from them, the Juggernuts, a squad that has just bounced back with a huge win over the Mythics. And earlier this season, they already handled the Psychos relatively easily. This one has all the ingredients for a blowout, or a desperate breakthrough. We're kind of hoping for that, if I must be so honest. Joining tonight, fresh off of his own war last week, Red Warshak. Good to have you on the desk, man.
Glad to be here, Stanky. Uh, Always fun to watch these two teams clash, even when it might be a little lopsided.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start there. The Juggernauts didn't just beat the Psychos last time, they controlled them. Do you expect more of the same tonight, or is there a reason that we can believe that the Psychos might flip the script?
Look, anything's possible, but based on what we've seen, it's gonna take more than just hope. The Juggernauts are coming off a strong win, and unless the Psychos are able to get things rolling, this one could get ugly fast.
Yeah. From your perspective, you've got a lot of seasons under your belt. Um, when a team's in this kind of a slump, where we're 3 games into the season and they haven't taken a single map yet, what's the first thing that you're tinkering with? What's going to change in order for them to flip that script and build some momentum?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think, yeah, you said it. I think like you really want to get the momentum behind you early on, because right now they are just drowning in the swamp.
Yeah. They are definitely spiraling. And then on the other side, you got the Juggernauts. They are surging. Like they just came off that big win against your team, took your all's O, gave you your first loss of the season. I, it couldn't be more different. 2 different teams here. And the rest of us, we're all stuck here in the middle. We're just pretending and hoping that this isn't one bad round away from a full blown existential crisis for the Psychos,
Mm.
which, is a good transition. That naturally leads us into the only person in this league who still believes in second chances. Let's check in with Siege Mommy.
Psychos. Today, it's Froof's coming out day. He's either coming out of the closet or he's coming out with a victory. John from work, he's hit that frost trap, he's limping in, and he needs you, baby. Juggernuts. Mommy's favorite little mistake made at a Waffle House in the middle of the night. You guys need to play like Mommy did that night. Take some risk. You never know what might come from it. Oh, that's John from work. He even's got a little bear named Mr. Waffle he likes to snuggle with during ranked. You can't win every gunfight, but you can win the emotional battle, little sweetie.
And we are back. As always, a big shout out to Siege Mommy. Somehow still giving advice with a straight face while managing a league of full-grown children in denial. Next week, she'll be answering a truly haunting question. And I honestly don't even know if I am allowed to read this on air, but here goes. Which one of her children breastfed the longest?
Yeah, that's not even an insult. Just information we shouldn't have.
Yeah, and yet we will. But for now, let's just go ahead and focus on the 6 players actually loading into the server tonight. Here are the lineups for the Juggernauts versus the Psychos.
And now introducing Team Psychos.
Fruitzilla, Bartlett University.
John from work. I don't always jerk it, but when I do, I use Jergens.
Goose Guy 20, Fruitzilla Penitentiary. Best position? None.
And now, introducing Team Juggernauts.
Day of Fire 16, Brass Reminders Elite Academy of Sticker Tacticians.
Ilion Bro, Juggernauts, B Gay Sports. We're in the gays.
AD Poor, the Siege Mommy University.
Lineups are set. The Psychos are searching for anything to build on. And the Juggernauts, well, they're looking to prove that last week's win wasn't just a bounce back, it's the beginning of a run. And when the pressure's high and everything starts at the top, these captains know each other. They've clashed before, and neither one is afraid to talk. Let's go ahead and welcome to the booth, Proofzilla. Proofzilla, how's it going?
It's going. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to pop in real quick. There was some fantastic news out of the Psychos camp this week. John from work signing a huge contract extension and will likely be a Psycho for years to come. How much do you think that this situation was weighing on John from work? And is tonight going to be his breakout performance of the season?
I think it was weighing on him pretty heavily there. Obviously adds a lot of unneeded stress, takes away from his focus in the games. I think the owners realized that it was very detrimental to his game. So I expect to see him perform.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think all the back and forth between him, his agent, and the management ownership there. It's just all unnecessary when a guy who is on a struggling team, no offense, and you all just need a win. So it's great to hear that you think that that's going to ease a burden off his back. We look forward to seeing you guys play loose, and we thank you for your time. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
And we'll go ahead and see if we can get our boy Naked Wood Chip, aka Day of Fire, in here. Welcome, Day of Fire.
Hello, hello.
Some news came out this week about your Juggernuts.
Yes.
Yeah, the facility report was dropped. And to be blunt, the Juggernauts didn't exactly ace it. Your grades were absolutely atrocious across the board. Not one category above a 3 out of 10. What do you make of all the criticism? Is it warranted?
I mean, look, uh, we're not interested in these heated towels, spas, uh, cryo chambers. Uh, this is war. This is battle, not a wellness retreat.
Oh, well, let's just go ahead and talk optics then. You're the captain. You've got, the responsibilities with the media, your responsibilities with ownership, you got your leadership duties, and now you have the accountability of the whole public for being the lowest rated facility in the league. Do you still believe that your team is being set up for success?
The optics are crap. Uh, we don't care. We care about one thing in the Juggernuts facility, and that is winning. Um, we don't need the scented candles, the therapist circles. We want players that won't flinch when the roof leaks, and that's what we've got.
All right. Well, thank you and good luck tonight. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
He can say what he wants, Red Rorschach, but the Juggernauts are under fire and they're dealing with that brutal facility report and, questioning. There's questions floating around about how they manage things behind the scenes. And yet we've still got the Psychos over here on the other side, still winless, still searching for an identity, still hoping that tonight might just be the start of something.
Yeah, and I'd also say like, don't you kind of feel like it's very old school for the Juggernauts to not really
Mhm.
care about quality of life for their players? This is 2025 we're talking about. We need to actually look out for the individual and not act like that this tough love is going to get them through to the win.
Yeah.
But forget the ranks, forget the stats. This one's about pride. Both teams are carrying baggage into this match, and somebody's walking out with a little less.
Yep, exactly. It's the classic battle of desperation versus defiance. I mean, let's just go ahead. I think both teams are loaded in, players are ready. Let's get into this match. We got Psychos, Juggernauts right now. Here we go. What are you expecting to see out of this match, Joe, in particular?
Um, I kind of feel like I'm expecting the same things from the Juggernauts, like some sporadic play, but overall very strong, formidable. And the Psychos, like they're so unpredictable. Like we've seen some good
Mm-hmm.
games and bad games out of each of them. I'm hoping to see some like really good um, teamwork to really pull through. Um, but we could see a lot of the same stuff.
Right. Can you just verify that we are, in fact, seeing the game on the
We are
broadcast?
not,
Okay.
but we have not started yet. So
So,
anyone who's
yeah,
watching, don't worry, you're not
technical
missing anything yet.
technical difficulties. Bear with me. Take it back to the booth real quick while I tinker with this just to see what exactly is going on like this matchup is pretty like there's a lot of familiarity with this scenario for the Psychos, like dating back to last season. You kind of look at them and they're almost in it's not identical. It's got to be worse than it was last year, not having won a map. But
Hmm.
it's not uncharted territory for them, being down here at the bottom of the rankings at the halfway point of the season. What do you make on their ability to press forward as the rest of the season progresses?
Yeah, it's definitely in a worse position. You know, at this point last season for the Psychos, they had already had two maps under their belt. Um, but I would not count them out. You know, this team could um, could get it together. They have the pieces, they have the tools. I think they just need to kind of get more in sync and more, you know, playing off each other and maybe some more call outs. You know, the direction of the team really changed up a lot going from the first season to the second season, and I think they're kind of just finding their footing with it. It just could be, it could take too long before they
Right. It's like at what
get it
point
together.
will they be able to, start finding that momentum and working together as a squad? Like last season, it started to come together as the regular season was concluding, right in time for the playoffs. This season, you're worried about will they even get rolling come playoff time?
Hmm.
It'll be interesting to see, especially with the three-way tie we have up at the top of the standings. We got all three other teams, Mythics, Juggernauts, and Revenants, tied at 5 points each, 2 wins, 0 regulation losses, and 1 overtime loss. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of that shifts out and who ends up snagging that 1 seed.
Yep, yep. It's a tight race for sure.
Got a couple big matchups on the horizon too. It's the old grudge match, the Stanky versus the Rorschach. You and me head to head Sunday night. That'll I think it's a big matchup as it is, but especially when you add on to it the implications of how it'll affect the standings. Um, it'll be interesting to see where we're sitting this time next week.
Hmm. Absolutely. Will be.
You got any strategies that you're taking into that game that you might want to share with the public?
Click on your head.
I mean, that's Siege in a nutshell, isn't it? All right, I've given it the full reboot here. Let's see if that has done anything.
It has not.
I've completely scrapped this scene and made it from scratch. Bear with me one more minute here. Let's see here. Make a couple of adjustments and see if this will do it. Still nothing over there. All right, everyone, we are still experiencing some technical difficulties on my end. It's looking like we're going to go ahead and can this stream and then boot it back up here in a jiffy. So bear with us. Game one will be